Hello and welcome to Dr. Varsha Gaitonde's channel. In this and subsequent 3 more videos, we shall discuss the current affairs of 2024-25. The important points to be covered here are agriculture schemes, agriculture budget, prices, policies, news and market trends, recent happenings in agriculture, research and development, important data, facts and figures, then technological advances in agriculture. The first scheme to be discussed are Samarth scheme. Samarth is sustainable agrarian mission on use of agro residue in thermal power plants. I repeat, sustainable agrarian mission on use of agro residue in thermal power plants. Samarth and National Thermal Power Corporation have collaborated on the utilization of agriculture residues for co-firing in thermal power plants. Co-firing is a term used to describe incorporating a secondary fuel with a primary fuel utilizing the same combustion equipment. A common application of co-firing is used in coal-fired power plants where coal use is supplemented with biomass. Samarth was launched by the Ministry of Power in 2021 and mandates all thermal power plants in India to use 5 to 10% of biomass alongside coal to produce power. Consequently, it promotes research on modern boilers which can handle a greater amount of silica and alkalis in biomass pellets. The steps include here are proactive steps taken by the Government of India to transform the problems of stubble burning into a solution of power production with lower carbon footprints, which include National Mission on Use of Biomass in Thermal Power Plants and biomass utilization for power generation through co-firing in coal-based power plants. The second scheme is Namo Drone Didi initiative. Recently, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji distributed the drones to 1,000 Namo Drone Didis from across the nation. The scheme aims to provide drones to 15,000 selected women self-help groups for providing rental services to farmers for agriculture purpose. It's a central sector scheme where 80% of the cost of the drone will be provided by the union government. The time period for this scheme is from 23-24 to 2025-26. Features of the scheme is 80% subsidy of drone cost or maximum of 8 lakhs will be provided by government side. Nominal interest rate of 3% will be payable on the loan. Training to fly drone will also be provided. Significance is women SHGs can use this drone for rental purpose to provide services to farmer. The scheme will help infuse advanced technology in agriculture for improved efficiency, enhancing crop yield and reduce cost of operation for the benefit of farmers. Third scheme is International Year of Millets. This is not a scheme, it's a contribution towards millet. India has successfully pursued UNGA to designate 2023 as the International Year of Millets. Millets are a group of cereal grains that belong to Poaceae family or grass family. India is the largest producer of millets in the world with 41% share in 2020. The main millet growing states are Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. India has also launched submission on Nutra cereals under the National Food Security Mission to boost millet cultivation and consumption. Millets were renamed Nutri cereals by the government in 2018, which was also declared the National Year of Millets. Prime Minister wants to make financial year 2023 a mass movement and establish India as the global hub for millets. Means this has already happened, and in Union Budget 23-24 it was referred as Shri Anna, that is mother of all grains. Prime Minister inaugurated Global Millets Conference at IARI campus. In the same year, this Institute of Millet Research at Hyderabad announced as a Global Center of Excellence for Millets. For your knowledge, Millets are classified as major millet, minor millet, and pseudo millet. Major millets include sorghum, pearl millet, finger millet, whereas minor millets are foxtail, kodo, and proso. Pseudo millet include amaranth and buckwheat. Next is Fizzy virus. This work created havoc in Punjab and Haryana region recently. This is also known as Southern Rice Black Streaked Dwarf virus has stunted the growth of some rice plants. This virus was first detected in southern China in 2001 and affects both rice and maize. The virus is transmitted by the white-backed plant hopper, a sap-sucking insect that targets young plants. Virus is specific to the phloem and does not spread through seeds or grains. Symptoms include dwarfed appearance and weak roots that are brownish in color. Next scheme is One Nation, One Fertilizer scheme. Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Janarvak Pariyojana, that is PMBJUP, also known as One Nation One Fertilizer, is the scheme that requires all subsidized fertilizers to be sold under Bharat brand name across India. This scheme aims to provide quality and affordable fertilizers to the farmers. Scheme also introduces uniform bag design for all type of fertilizers like Bharat Urea, Bharat NPK, etc. Benefits of this scheme: One Nation One Fertilizer will curb the wasteful movement of fertilizers and save on freight subsidies. It will eliminate the product differentiation among different brands for the same type of fertilizer and market them as a single brand. It will simplify the farmers' decision making process and reduce their confusion over brand specific options. Next is liquid nano urea. The country's first plant for liquid nano urea, a new form of fertilizer, was officially launched by PM Narendra Modi ji at Kalol, Gujarat. Urea is a white color chemical fertilizer that artificially supplies nitrogen, which is a major nutrient needed by plants. Liquid nano urea is essentially urea in the form of nanoparticles. The product has been developed by IFCO's Nano Biotechnology Research Center at Kalol, that is in Gujarat. Features of nano urea: this is sprayed directly on the leaves and gets absorbed by the plant. Liquid nano urea has a shelf life of a year and farmers need to be worried about caking when it comes in contact with moisture. According to IFCO, liquid nano urea contains 4% total nitrogen evenly dispersed in water. Size of a nano nitrogen particle varies from 20 to 50 nm. Let's see the advantages. Liquid nano urea reduces the country's subsidy bill. It reduces the unbalanced and indiscriminate use of conventional urea. It also aims to increase crop productivity and reduce soil, water, and air pollution. While conventional urea has efficiency of about 25%, efficiency of liquid nano urea can be as high as 85 to 90%. Loss of nitrogen is high in conventional urea when compared to liquid nano urea. Fertilizers in nano form provide targeted supply of nutrients to crops as they are absorbed by the stomata. The liquid nano urea produced by IFCO comes in half-liter bottle priced 240, while farmer pay around rupees 300 for 50 kg bag of heavily subsidized urea. Government's fertilizer subsidy payment is financial year will be around 2 lakh crores. About IFCO, this was founded in 1967, which is headquartered in New Delhi. It is one of the India's biggest cooperative societies, which is wholly owned by Indian cooperatives and is a multi-state cooperative society. The next one is Nano DAP. The Union Home and Cooperation Minister has launched the world's first Nano DAP. This is the second such variant of fertilizer. Nano urea was the first. Nano DAP is a unique liquid fertilizer product that contains nanoparticles of diammonium phosphate. It's a source of nitrogen and phosphorus, that is 2 key primary nutrients essential for the growth of the crop. Manufactured by, again, IFCO. The benefits are, out of the estimated annual consumption of around 10 to 12.5 million tons, local production is around 4 to 5 million tons, while the rest has to be imported. That means it will reduce the import burden on our government. Nano DAP will help to bring down India's fertilizer import bill. This is also expected to contribute to bringing down the annual subsidy on non-urea fertilizers. It will also help farmers to reduce dependence on chemical fertilizers, thus enhancing the quality and quantity of their produce. Reduced production cost and increased output will greatly boost the annual income of the farmers. Next is Price Stabilization Fund. This is a scheme launched in 2014-15 to stabilize the prices of commodities like pulses, onion, potato by keeping strategic buffer. These commodities will be brought directly from farmers to their groups at the farm gate or mandi and sold to consumers at a lower price. PSF or Price Stabilization Fund scheme offers interest-free loans to state governments or union territories and central agencies for buying and distributing these commodities. It's under the Department of Consumer Affairs, that is Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. Next is PM Kisan scheme. It was launched in 2019, supporting the financial needs of land-owning farmers. Farmers' families across the country receiving Rs 36,000 per year in 3 equal installments every 4 months through DBT mode in their bank accounts. Scheme initially covered only small and marginal farmers with land holding up to 2 hectares, but later it was extended to all the landholding farmers. The central sector scheme was full funded by the Government of India. In some of the states, it's also funded with state governments. In addition to the central government 6,000 rupees, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare is implementing it. Objectives is to help the small and marginal farmers to buy various inputs to ensure good crop health and adequate yields, matching the expected farm income at the end of each crop cycle, to prevent them from borrowing money from money lenders for meeting such expenses and ensure their continuation in farming activities. There is a mobile app, that is National Information Center, developed and designed it in collaboration with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The app name is PM Kisan Mobile App. Next is Modified Interest Subvention Scheme. Union Cabinet has decided to restore interest subvention on short-term agriculture loans to 1.5% for all financial institutions. This means that interest subvention of 1.5% will be given to lending institutions, that is public sector bank, private sector banks, small financial banks, regional rural banks, cooperative banks and computerized PACS or PACs directly linked with commercial banks for the financial year 2022-23 to 24-25 for giving short-term agri loans up to 3 lakhs to the farmers. It's a form of a reduction of some percentage of interest from the total interest that one has to pay on the loan taken from financial institutions. Under this, bank gives short-term loan up to 3 lakhs for all agriculture and allied activities at 7% annum, that is 7% per annum for prompt repayment of loans. The farmers who repay loans before the due date get extra 3% subvention. That means they will have to pay just 4% interest rate. Scheme is funded 100% by the central government. Nodal agency is NABARD and RBI. Next scheme is PM Pranam. This has been designed to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers by rewarding states. Feature of the scheme will not have separate budget and will be funded by savings of existing fertilizer subsidy under scheme run by the Department of Fertilizers. 50% subsidy savings will be given as a grant to the states that saves the money. 70% of the grant provided under the scheme can be used for asset creation, that is adoption of alternative fertilizers at the village, block and district level. 30% grant money can be used for encouraging farmers, panchayats, farmer producer organizations and self-help groups that are involved in the reduction of fertilizer use and awareness generation. Data available on the fertilizer ministry dashboard, that is integrated fertilizer management system, will be used for this purpose. Coming to the status of fertilizer use and subsidy, the total demand for four fertilizers, that is urea, DAP, MOP and NPKs, increased by 21% between 2017 to 2022. The Kharif season accounts for nearly half the year's production of food grains, one-third of pulses and about two-thirds of oilseeds. A sizable amount of fertilizer is required for this season. Next scheme is Jute Mark India. This logo was launched by government to encourage jute products. Jute Mark India scheme will give common identity and guarantee of origin and quality of traditional jute and jute products. This will be a symbol of strong creative work that sets the jute products apart with quality, makes it stand out from the competition and attracts consumers. Certification is expected to enhance the domestic market and exports of jute products from India. Let's see some of the facts about jute. Jute is also known as golden fiber, one of the oldest and most used natural fibers for various textile applications. It grows well in tropical lowland areas and humidity of 60 to 90%. It's a rain-fed crop with little need for fertilizer or pesticides. India is the world's largest producer of raw jute and jute goods. The cultivation is mainly limited to the eastern region of the country. Jute fibers are mainly made up of plant material, that is cellulose and lignin. This requires flat alluvial soils and standing water. Suitable climates for growing jute is provided by the monsoon climate during the monsoon season. Next scheme is Kritagya 3.0. Hackathon 3.0, that is Kritagya on speed breeding for crop improvement, organized by the Indian Council of Agriculture Research under its National Agriculture Higher Education Project and Crop Science Division. This Kritagya means Kri for Krishi, which is agriculture, TA for technique, which is technology, and Gya is Gyan, which is knowledge. This competition is open for students, faculty, and innovators or entrepreneurs from any university or technical institutions across the country who can apply and participate in the program as a team. Next is Organic Aadhaar. Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority or APEDA may introduce Organic Aadhaar for the farmers who do organic farming under National Program for Organic Products or NPOP. Organic Aadhaar is an identity for the farmers for organic certification process based on the Aadhaar number and Unique Land Parcel Identification Number or UL PIN. UL PIN is a 14-digit identification number given by the government to every plot of land in the country. Linking with the UL PIN could also help in identifying organic land. Organic Aadhaar along with TraceNet will create a strong system for effectively planning and monitoring policy measures. TraceNet system, which is started in 2009, gives information on products exported from the country. Organic Aadhaar will give the farmers in a growers group exclusive protection to organic status and income. Paddy straw tariffaction. Rupees 50 crore scheme to encourage industrialists and entrepreneurs to set up paddy straw pelletization and tariffaction plants was announced by Union Environmental Ministry. Paddy stubbles burning is done mainly in the Indo-Gangetic plains of Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. Farmers burn straw stubbles after harvesting paddy to clear their fields for sowing the winter crop. Emission from stubble burning worsen the air pollution crisis in Delhi or NCR region. Let's see what is torrefaction. Biomass torrefaction is a thermal process used to produce high-grade solid biofuels from various streams of woody biomass or agro residues. The end product is a stable, homogeneous, highly quality solid biofuel with far greater energy density and calorific value than the original feedback or feedstock. This provides significant benefits in logistics, handling, and storage. It also opens up a wide range of potential use for biomass. Biomass torrefaction involves heating the biomass to temperature around 250 to 320 degrees Celsius in a low oxygen atmosphere. When biomass is heated at such temperature, the moisture evaporates and various low calorific components contained in the biomass are driven out. During this process, mainly the hemicellulose in the biomass decomposes. This transforms the biomass from a fibrous, low quality fuel into a product with excellent fuel characteristics. Here, the basic torrefaction principle is explained with figure. First, raw biomass is taken, then after drying and reducing the moisture content, torrefaction is done to reduce volatiles and chars. Then, by compacting, torrefied biomass is obtained. Some alternative methods used here are using biodecomposer, that's a chemical that turns the straw into mulch, then feeding to cattle as fodder, then paddy straw torrefaction and pelletization used in thermal power plants. CPCB released guideline for the incentive scheme to promote settling up the paddy straw based pelletization and torrefaction plants. Under the scheme, one-time financial assistance will be given to individuals and companies to set up torrefaction and pelletization plants. This financial assistance can be used for setting up new plants and units using only paddy straw generated in Delhi, Punjab, and Haryana and NCR districts of Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. The next scheme is direct seeded rice technique. 40% of the world's irrigated water is used for rice production in traditional rice cultivation methods. DSR or direct seeded rice is one of the best, most sustainable and cost-effective rice production system compared to the usual puddled transplanted rice method. DSR gives faster planting and maturing. Benefits: no significant loss of yield under ideal conditions, saving on irrigation water by 12 to 35% under efficient water management practice, then reduces labor and hardship by avoiding seedling, uprooting, and transplanting, reduces cultivation time, energy, and cost, no plant stress from transplanting, then quicker maturation of crops, then lower greenhouse gas emissions. Mechanized DSR creates employment opportunities to youth, then increased total income by reducing the cost of cultivation. For this, the current challenges are higher seed rate, seeds exposed to birds and pests, weed management, higher chance of lodging, then chance of poor or non-uniform crop establishment. Obstacles are weed infestation, that is in direct seeding exposes crops to weed growth challenges as seeds are directly placed in the fields, then unfavorable climatic condition, extreme temperature and insufficient rainfall can adversely affect seed germination and crop development. Operation hurdles like closer canals, consistent electricity supply, inconsistent electricity supply, as well as complications with weed management and pest control present operational challenges for the implementation of this technique. Next is 11th Agriculture Census. In 2021-22, this was done in the country, launched by Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. For the first time, the 11th Agriculture Census, the data will be collected using smartphones and tablets. This census is the main source of information on various parameters like number of area of operational holdings, their size, class wise distribution, land use, tenancy, cropping pattern, etc. Operational holding is the basic unit of data collected in agriculture census. This is done every 5 years by the Department of Agriculture, Cooperative and Farmers Welfare under Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. The first edition was done in 1970 and 71. The 10th edition of the census was done with the reference year as 2015 and 16. Next is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Here, initiated in 2016 and overseen by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, substituted the previous National Agriculture Insurance Scheme and modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. The objective is to furnish comprehensive insurance protection to counter crop failure, thereby contributing to the stabilization of farmers' income. This encompasses all food and oilseed crops along with annual commercial or horticulture crops with accessible historical yield information. Premium structure 2% for all kind of kharif crops, 1.5% for all rabi crops, then 5% for annual commercial and horticulture crops. Raitu Bharosa Kendras. This is a scheme of Andhra Pradesh introduced for the first time in the nation, stand as distinctive hubs facilitating the entire agriculture cycle for seed cultivation to product sales. These all inclusive service centers are strategically established across the state, creating a single entry point for farmers. Raitu Bharosa Kendras foster direct engagement among farmers, agriculture scientists, and agriculture extension officers, fostering localized exchange of knowledge and expertise. Amenities here. These kiosks offer verified high quality seeds, accredited fertilizer, and animal feed for purchase. Additionally, they facilitate equipment rental, soil testing through sample submission, processing of crop insurance, and support for practices like intercropping and geotagging. Farmers also have opportunity to vend their produce at the prevailing minimum support price within the RBKs. Beyond service provisional and product retail, RBK personal showcase novel farming machinery and conduct instructional sessions for the farmer community. Next is Seed Treaty. India recently hosted 9th session of government body of the Seed Treaty, International Accord for Plant Genetic Resource, that is nurturing biodiversity and collaboration. The Seed Treaty, formerly known as International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources for Food and Agriculture or ITP GRFA, constitutes a significant internationally legally binding agreement aimed at conserving, utilizing, and overseeing the plant genetic resources. Enacted by FAO in 2001, it gained enforcement in 2004. India is the participating member. Key objectives are acknowledges valuable role of farmers in cultivating crop diversity, grants access to plant genetic material, ensures equitable sharing of the benefits. The treaty facilitates exchange of 64 crucial crops via readily accessible global repository of genetic resources. Protection of plant variety and farmers' rights established in 2001. This includes breeder right, researcher right, and farmers' right. Then farmers innovating or crafting new varieties are eligible for registration and protecting akin to breeders. Next is Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. This is detailed part of soil health management component under the National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. It promotes organic farming through adaptation of the cluster-based organic village approach and participatory guarantee system certification. Clusters comprising 50 or more farmers with a collective 50-acre land area embrace organic farming under this scheme. The resulting produce is free of pesticide residues and contributes to improved consumer health. In the next video, we'll cover the subsequent schemes. Friends, if you liked my initiative, please keep on subscribing, sharing, and commenting. This support will encourage me to make more such kind of videos which are helpful to many students across the country. Thank you.